Hiya, yeah, my name's Helen Simpson. I'm presenting this session 4 of the Managing Emotions group. So, yeah, this is just basically me trying out to see how it might look to have me like in the corner talking. So this is session 4. We have group rules, which obviously don't apply because you're at home. This is a rough idea of what we're doing each day. We're going to hopefully someone will have phoned you, and somebody will have phoned you and they'll have gone through the homework with you. So I hope you got on okay. I think I mentioned before that it's really, really important that you do the homework. Otherwise, it is literally like reading a book about gardening, but not going in the garden. It just won't make you any better at gardening. It'll make you know more about gardening, but you won't be able to garden any better. You won't get a practical skill. So we're going to spend a bit of time talking about improving the moment. So this is the skills part. Again, we've got an acronym. So this time the acronym is IMPROVE. So the first one is use imagery to soothe yourself and to soften your experience. Now, I think when I first heard about this, I kind of thought I don't know if I really believe in that, because I can't see how imagining something is going to make the moment better. But I don't know about you, but I often imagine really terrible situations. So I might be really irritated with someone, and then I imagine kind of like shouting at them, and that tends to make me more angry and more irritable. So if we can use imagery to make the moment more stressful, then that shows how we might use imagery. Conversely, we can use a softer image to kind of improve the moment, if that makes sense. So the next one is find some positive in the difficult situation, that you can learn from the situation and grow. And certainly from my point of view, I think finding meaning is one of the most important things. And sometimes it's a hard thing to do, and sometimes we don't really find the meaning until later on. But I'll give you an example. So for me, whenever I'm in the lucky position because I'm a therapist, so whenever something really difficult happens to me, it always makes me a better therapist, because I'm able to kind of, when someone tells me something, I'm like thinking, yeah, I have had that experience. I've had that experience of feeling incredibly anxious or very depressed, or anything like that. So it might not be the same if I was working in IT. I may not be able to find meaning in quite the same way. I don't know how it might work for you, but it's an important thing if you can try and do it. Patience. Try not to wish your time away. Let go of judgment about how long the experience is lasting. Allow your emotions to come and go as they will. This is something that takes a really long time to learn. It's like patience to learn patience, if that makes sense. So what we can tend to do is, when something's really difficult, is we just want it to be over. So we just want this thing to pass so we can get on to the next thing. And what that tends to do is that just by wanting it to go away, it makes it kind of last longer, if that makes sense. So if you can allow yourself to have the experience of being in the moment and noticing what the feelings are, then it can make it easier to bear. So for instance, if you're talking to someone who is very irritating, what we can tend to do is just want that thing to be over and for them to stop talking and for it to go away. But if you can kind of like settle into the moment and just kind of notice what effect that person is having on you and notice the feelings, then it kind of allows it to there's less kind of suffering involved, if that makes sense. That's not to say that you can't also use your assertiveness skills and actually say, excuse me a moment, but I just have something else that I have to do. It's been great to talk to you, but I need to get on. So the next one says relaxation. So relax your muscles by tensing and relaxing each large muscle group, starting with the forehead and working down. Listen to a guided relaxation exercise, stretch, take a bath, have a massage. So it's really important to think about what physically is happening in your body. I think what can often happen, and certainly what I do very often, is that my muscles are tensing up and I don't really even notice. And quite often I don't notice what's happening until I have an incredible amount of pain. It's almost like my body's saying, hello, hello, I'm here. This is really hurting. So we don't always notice what's happening, but it's good just to check in with your body every now and again. And one way of doing that is just noticing what's happening in your body and then just kind of letting go. So we quite often can sit there and our shoulders go up, but it's good to just kind of notice and think, okay, where are they? In this particular slide, it's saying relax them by tensing and then letting go. So what you can do is like put your shoulders up like that, tense them, tense them, tense them, and then let them down. And you can do that like with your hands, tensing, tensing, tensing. So you can really, really feel the tension, maybe count to 5 and then let go. And you can do that with each part of your body. I'm going to stop now because what I wanted to do was just show some members of staff what that might look like to have a person chatting in the corner about the slides and whether they think that would work or not. So thank you for listening.